Let me introduce Dr.D.Ashalatha, Principal of Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College from Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. She completed her BA, MA, PhD degrees in English language and literature. With a passion for education, she completed BEd, MAd along with a post-graduation in guidance and counseling. And she was respected with many awards like Best Educationist Award, Biozone Icon Award, and the prestigious Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement National Award. I am privileged to have you on my session of Thoughts on Education by Collegedunia, ma'am. Welcome to you.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, let me start with the questions.
Yeah.
Being the principal of Sree Vidyanikethan, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style, ma'am?
So, good morning. So it's really a good opportunity to be part of this discussion today with Collegedunia. So with reference to the leadership style or being a principal of a college, very prestigious Vidyanikethan Degree College, part of the Vidyanikethan Educational Trust, I think my leadership style is always very accommodative because I actually try to strike a balance always between both transformational as well as transactional leadership. See, we have a lot of leadership styles. Maybe personally, I prefer that. See, when I would have been a faculty or a HOD or when I was growing up, there was a huge support with my, the people with whom I was working, or with the colleagues, or with the teachers with whom I was working in the college, or with the higher ups, or the management. Everybody, they used to support me very gratefully, and they used to make me learn a lot of lacunae which were part of the administrative as well as the teaching learning setups. In that case, I think it's a great kind of initiative to be part of any administrative system. So I think that my faculty or my students should not feel that I am not approachable. So that is what I would say my leadership style should be. And they should approach me because here when we think about an education institution, we are talking about that the education institution is a place where the children are going to grow and the faculty are going to contribute for that. At the very same time, they are going to grow, and it's only because of this brand of teachers and students who are really fantastic, the institution is going to get up that ownership, that feeling that this is mine comes only when we have that feeling of togetherness. So I think my leadership style is always that I want to transform the lives of the people. I believe in that. I would like to work with the management systems like that. At the very same time, it should be transactional because I want to be communicative and give chance for others also to communicate and value their ideas to be part of the system in which I am trying to thrive or I am trying to build or I am trying to take forward. So this is what I exactly want to put forward to the entire teaching fraternity or the educational fraternity. Yeah.
That's a great, ma'am. And coming to the next question, when you first came to Sree Vidyanikethan, what was your vision for the college and has it evolved over time? How far along it implementing the vision are you?
Yeah. So to tell you, I joined the Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College only last year. That was in June 2020. So previously, before that, I was working as a principal in another college in Chennai. And before that, I was working with a lot of schools and universities and all that. Because I have a dual degree both in education as well as in language. So I was into both, the soft skill training or the institutional relations along with the education colleges. So in fact, I had a very privileged opportunity of actually working with all the streams from KG to PG. So that I will just mark it as an award of my life. So in fact, when I came to Vidyanikethan Institute College, because it was a conscious decision to come back to my native place. So it was indeed a worthy kind of an opportunity that I have got, that the management has trusted me and vested me with the responsibility to be accountable for the growth of a very prestigious organization. I would say that when I came to the college is already established. It is established in the year 1996, and we know the brand name Sree Vidyanikethan Group of Institutions has got in the entire fraternity of the education sector all over the country and perhaps abroad also. So people would like to join this college because of a very great name, our very honorable chairman, Padmashri Dr. Mohan Babu Garu, and the colleges and the education institutions are known for the discipline and quality education that they offer. So when I joined the college, I joined with a great vision which I have to take forward and then move forward. But then, I had a very other different side of this management also, where we have a dynamic CEO, Revered Manchu Garu, who actually encourages to, encourages all of us to take up initiatives which are very new or which are very trendy, which are coming forward in the 21st century. So we are working towards it. So the vision for the college is always like, we have to put the academics first. So definitely the academics is first. But then what about the new trends which are coming in? Maybe design thinking or the best practices which are in the ICT tools, or how we are going to actually in the pandemic, how we are going to actually have a balance between the online and offline education. So we were having that in our mind, and with the support of the management and the entire administrative team here, not to tell less about my faculty members, I had to take forward academics in all possible innovative ways. So that was the first thing. And the next thing is that apart from the academics, apart from the quality setup that we have, another one thing is that we need to think about both the faculty progression as well as the student progression, as well as the research and development. So we started working on all these areas which were already there. We started working on those things. And I'm very happy to share that our faculty participated in more than 400 programs across the year. The students participated. The faculty and students published papers. They got awards. At the very same time, we were able to conduct as on date 67 online programs, including webinars and other programs for the students, both national as well as international and intercollegiate, intercollegiate. So our children were always on their, they were doing, in fact, they were contributing, they were into student teams. And one more thing that we were able to achieve is that we were part of the staff group for the Swachhata Action Plan of the Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Education. And then, we were working directly with the Ministry of Education because of MT and CRE, and the coordinators, they were so grateful, like they were so good. We are grateful to them because they helped us so much to grow, because we were giving complete, kind of support to the COVID management as well. So in the past 1 year, we have conducted 8 COVID-related programs and also reached out to more than 10 to 15,000 people with a lot of counseling, because we cannot do non-medical intervention as an arts and science and commerce college. We were doing a lot of medical intervention, non-medical intervention in a sense, and we were posting a lot of social media things and counseling people, COVID patients and their parents. And personally, I was also doing a lot of COVID support system, they handling it. So it gave us not only personal satisfaction that we are together with humanity, at the very same time, the students were also equally involved. We got recognition certificates from the government of India and MGMCRE. So the vision is very clear. Take the institution forward with the possible proactive research work that we can do, maybe contribute in the future, definitely for the reversing of the climate change as well as the environmental conservation. Then go forward with a lot of technological research activities also. Then student and faculty progression and development, which we have started doing. And we actually work with 2 agencies. One is ICT Academy and with the SVDC for actually helping this initiative also work well, with the faculty get motivated and also the students get advantage. So this is what we are doing, sir.
Yeah, that's great vision, ma'am. Coming to the next question, what are some plans that you are currently designing for Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College students?
Yeah. At this juncture, as a mother or as a teacher or a trainer or an administrator, I would like to tell that we are in a kind of a situation in the world presently today where there's a huge confusion. There are question marks. People sometimes, they say they want exams, they want offline, they are online. So there are no contradictions now. This is not a platform for any arguments or discussions or contradictions. But I would like to tell that education is always very important, and your quality and your credibility is going to be assessed. So because of maybe, the current or past kind of situation, there's a kind of question mark here. Are these kids really eligible for future placements or future, transformation activities where they can go and work with the MNCs or work abroad or study abroad? So we don't have any clarity about it. Like being a mother of a teenager, I also have these questions. But then, there is nothing to stop ourselves anywhere, anytime. I would only suggest that in order to deal with this kind of a situation, yes, academics are going on, exams are going on. There are situations in schools and colleges where the exams are not going on, maybe in some places. But what I would suggest that in a modern world, the communication skills are very important. And not only as a language teacher, generally, in general, I tell you that communication skills are very important. You are in a place, are you okay with your own mother tongue? Can you read and write and type well in that language? Or then you are okay with the second language like English, or the third language or the nation language like Hindi? Or do you know any other foreign languages? Now, when you go to another level where you want to seek a job, in an MNC or maybe abroad or any other place, so you need to understand that when we are doing such activities, we need to have a certification in the language. So language certifications are equally important, and then why don't we go for it? So I always tell the students in the campus also that the certifications are very important. I just started with the language certifications. What about the core subject area certifications? Yes, they are necessary. You can do certifications from prestigious institutions. You can have associations. You can have MOUs with the organization, which can give you value-added certifications or value-added training or on-the-job training or on hands-on workshop training, so that you will get motivated, you get understandably, quick in perceiving the things, and you can understand that these certifications are going to be helpful in the future. So they will try to tell us that, yes, I am okay, I have something with me and I can take this forward, and then I can understandably become, bet myself a best future. So this is what is happening across the world. See, sometimes maybe, Indian kids are very talented, but then we don't give them a proper guidance. That's what I think. Multitasking is something which comes to us very naturally in kind of a situation, because our kids do multitasking very nicely. They are good at studies and they complete a large group of people when it comes to the activities. But even then, sometimes we get lost. And when we look at the statistics in the World Economic Forum or the latest placement statistics, the employability, kind of perception has come down less than 20-25% now. It's only because the perspective of the students has to be much more positive. Whether it is government or examination, that's okay. It happens. Situations like pandemic come, but then we are not going to stop ourselves, and we have to see that yes, I am going to move forward and I am going to take it up, and I am seeing that I am going to keep my profile very tight. I am going to keep my profile very perfect. If that attitude is there, then anywhere we can thrive, anywhere we can become the best, or anywhere we can become successful. So that is what is a motto in our college. So apart from the general academics, we make them understandable the multitasking as well, and see that they are topped up with the certification, so that they get a best possible way of taking up the placements, or in fact if they want to go for entrepreneurship or maybe further studies also, we will handle it very nicely, because we are sure that we can help them. So we are here to help all the students who are there with us, and they are welcome as an alumni also to come and contribute to the college.
Yes, ma'am. That's a great thoughts, ma'am. And coming to the next question, what do you see as Sree Vidyanikethan College's greatest strengths?
Even though it's a short period that I've been here in Sree Vidyanikethan, many times, any institution that I have worked, I always have an affinity with that. It's mine. I always try to contribute for that. But in the past 1 year that I've been here, I would say that in so many years that they have a standing here. About the branding or about the greatness and all that. Apart from that, I would say that it's a blessed institution. See, there's a kind of a vibe which is required to be very positive. And that is what is available here, not only because of the energy of the management, which is always there in the form of a chairman or a CEO. At the very same time, it's a blessed institution because we have so much of, positivity inside. Not only it's a green campus or a technologically developed campus, we have extraordinary setup of administrative heads who can guide us perfectly. We have a very good team of faculty members and students who would like to come here and try to grow along with the institution. So that is what I think is the greatest strength of Sree Vidyanikethan group of institutions, and especially Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College also. Yeah, we will have a lot of things which come in and go every time. New things or new perspectives or ideas, they come into picture. But what happens is that in the course of the time, when we are actually trying to work with each other, we start learning from each other. So that's the greatest thing that we can always bet on. You can become a student, a learner. At this point, I would like to share that I am always a student. I would prefer to be a student, because always I want to understand what is the difficulty the student is going on. I don't want to say that everybody has to follow this. I'm very happy to share that recently I've submitted the thesis of my second PhD publication. So I'm thinking what will be the next. So this is how, there should be a kind of a, positive thought process. I would think that personally, I don't get any negative feelings. I don't feel negative at any cost. Even if I feel distressed, I will come back very quickly and start thinking positive. But I think the institution also should give us such an opportunity. The biggest strength of Sree Vidyanikethan group of institutions or the trust and the Vidyanikethan Degree College is that it's a blessed place, very positive, very good and healthy campus. Apart from that, we have a great source of inspiration from the people who have set this up, those who are working, and all the people who would like to contribute. And the kind of immense amount of encouragement, support, and all the facilities that we get here, I think this is the way that we would like to take it up forward and see it as one of the premier institutions in the world.
That's great, ma'am. Coming to the next question, how does the curriculum of Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College to ensure the best practice of industry?
Yes, sir. Coming to this, we are affiliated to Sree Venkateshwara University, and any university which is affiliating or any institute which is affiliated to the university, we will have a little bit of concerns when it comes to the restrictions that we have with this curriculum or the syllabus design. So as we follow the syllabus and curriculum design of Venkateshwara University and the AP State Council for Higher Education, so they have the best inputs given and we follow it very strictly, and we are not autonomous. In that case, we follow only the affiliated syllabus. Apart from that, what exactly we will try to do is that we try to enhance this practice of the syllabus which is already existing, and we'd like to supplement that with whatever we can do, maybe with the best of the practices that we can follow, like top the value addition courses or the certification courses, or few activities that we can make the children understand, and through workshops and everything, try to increase their awareness levels and try to actually see that the supplement that we are doing to the university syllabus and value add to the university syllabus is making them placement ready and also industry ready. Then definitely the industry is going to change every year. The trends in the industry or the requirements or the demands are going to change. So each department, like we have sciences or commerce or science or statistics or mathematics or anything, or the chemical sciences or the biological sciences, what we exactly try to do is that we will try to find out what is the input which is required, and not only through these value addition courses, we would like to have a lot of seminars, lot of webinars, lot of activities organized in the college, so that the students that interact with the experts in the field, and they will learn, they will interact, they will have a rapport with them, and in the course of the time, they will also get a clear-cut idea of what will be their future plan. So this is what we are doing when it comes to the curriculum design, and apart from that, we will try to sensitize them towards a lot of issues which are there currently in the world, and in each and everything that they have to get sensitized, we will provide them opportunities to learn. So this is what we are doing in the college. Though we don't have freedom in case of curriculum design, we'll try to supplement that or add to it so that the students do not feel gaps anywhere and see that they are actually developing into a all-round wholesome personality, and they develop all these experiences in order to achieve whatever they want to achieve in life or become in life.
Nice, ma'am. Coming to the next question, any insights into how your college could be more welcoming to students of different races or economical backgrounds?
Sir, like already the management is very, very benevolent, and they have so much of activity. They do so much for the society. They do so much of extension work. I think it's known to the world how Dr. Thompson and the entire group of Sree Vidyanikethan Education Trust institutions work for the world. But at the very same time, this is a huge campus we have here, both for the school as well as for the colleges. Hundreds of acres that we have of greenery and a healthy environment. And we already have people from across the world studying here. So we are welcome. And when it comes to the tariff or the fee also, or how economical it is, we all know that it is as economical as possible when compared to the other institutions. We give the best and the best economical availability or the price. And that is something which comes in there, because we don't believe in only the business, but we also believe in how we can contribute ourselves for the development of this world. In fact, when we think about it very seriously, what we have seen during the pandemic is that the person, the life, and the spirit, the human spirit is more important than anything else. In that case, it's not about the business that we are doing, but how far ethically we are doing that business. And that is what we believe in Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College or our class. And we have great blessings of our management and their support and engagement. That's the reason why I would say that this is a place we welcome everybody. Everybody across the world is welcome to come and study. And we'll be very happy to see all kinds of people coming from different parts of the world or the country to come and study with us. And all the facilities are very much available here. So everybody is welcome. So we are there, with our doors open for everybody. And we think that once they come here, they're going to get the best of the experiences in their life. And they're going to grow very nicely and develop their knowledge, skills and attitude in order to get the desired outcomes of their lives.
That's great, ma'am. It's really a student-friendly approach. And coming to the next question, what do you think should be the college's top priority over the next 10 years?
Like we have already discussed in the previous question, I would say that because when it comes to the latest education system, we know that the accreditations have become very compulsory. Like within maybe 2-3 years, they become very mandatory. We have NIRF rankings or the NBA NAC accreditations. We have seen this across the country. So, it has been 20 years that I've been working with these accreditation platforms also. So, I would say that the priorities of the college should be very steadfast. They should not change. Number one, we need to have academics. That is the top priority. But then how we need to make it very innovative and a lot of flexibility in that particular academic platform. How we can make it more flexible, more innovative. Because rigid forms are not going to work here after that. We have seen with the online teaching and learning in the past 1 year. Number one. Number two, that means we need to contribute, develop a lot towards all these design thinking attitudes or the new online platforms, the digital platforms, or the digital teaching learning things. Number two is that research and development in the past 100 years has been very unproductive. It is only qualitative or quantitative, but there is no result oriented. So it's only that the vaccines have come now. Otherwise, previously you see for 100 years there was no vaccine which was really very healthy, and we can say it is part of this world, and it just what we call as eradicated the disease. Nothing has happened scientifically also. That is what WHO also says. But then when the productive research is not happening, otherwise contributory research, when it happens, the people are part of it, it will be very good. So for this, I think the teaching fraternity and the students have to work a lot. It's a simple thing. You do a small live project, you do an experimental or experiential workout, and then convert that into a project. See that your community is affected by that or changed by that, impacted. From there, you can start. So research has to be. It need not be big. It need not be funded. It has to start from the ground level. First, let us actually start doing it. Get motivated. Then automatically the other things fall into place. When our research is supposed to be really good, definitely we get funded or definitely we get recognized. But that is not what is happening with teaching fraternity or the faculty. Let me tell you. Like say for example, when I was a faculty or when I was a coordinator or when I was a principal or when I was a student, it would have been a lot of differences. Sometimes I would not have got support what I would like to get. But then as a principal, my feeling, my thought process is only that don't say no to anything which is coming into the mind of a student or a teacher. Let us see whether this can work it out. There is nothing silly. Creativity starts like that only. So being critical, creative, and then divergent thinking, how we can change this world is the best thing that we can do in the course of the time. So that's what I think. So first academics, then number two, have a very resourceful kind of research activity on campus. Then definitely automatically recognition start. Then we have so many forums now of a lot of value addition, a lot of certifications, and a lot of activities. I think students participate in everything, sports, games, cultural activities, everything. In every forum, every activity, they have to play their part. Each child will have a unique talent. So let us explore that. So when we start doing that, automatically the recognitions will come. So this is the long term goal. Yes, we would like see the management also has long time goals. We would like to become, as I told you, an established institution because we want to become the best in the world or the premier institution in the world where people come and say, okay, fine, I am here and this is the best place that I've chosen. I want the people to choose Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College or the Vidyanikethan Group of institutions as the choice of their lifetime. So that would be the vision. And for that, I need to prepare, or all of us are here contributing, and I need to prepare and say that this we are going to take it up. Academics, and then research and development, as well as a lot of activities for the governance of the students of the college, as well as the faculty. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's great. Coming to the next question, what would you like people to know about your college? They may not know.
Already the college has got a brand of its own, and it's known to many people in the country, and not only in the state but across the country and the world, many parts of the world. But then people always, there is a kind of a feeling that people prefer to go to cities or they don't come. But when you take up IITs and NITs and all that, they are in very small towns as well. There's nothing like it's an urban place or a semi-urban place or a rural place. Sometimes people do think like that, but then there is a huge kind of a difference. It's not only a place which is already blessed, as I told you, it's very close to Tirupati Hills also. It's a beautiful location to see it. So it's not about the geographical location I'm talking about, but sometimes people have priorities. But then you can understand and you can even yourself see and then test and then come and talk to all of us and know that this is one of the institutions which is offering lots and lots of initiative, lots and lots of learning avenues for the students, which are available as well in any parts of the cities or the world. So we will be only growing. So we are not going to go back. So in a town or in a city like Tirupati, where people think that, okay, shall I take a concept of going to a town or a city or maybe a metro like Chennai or Hyderabad or anything, I would say come to Tirupati, come to Sree Vidyanikethan Degree College institutions. I think it's the best bet. So you can come and join us, and it will be fantastic to be part of our family. So that is what we call the basic tag that we give to ourselves, or we feel proud about or take pride in, is that we don't call ourselves colleges or principals or teachers or students. We say Vidyanikethan family. So I think that makes up sense. We welcome you to our family.
Yes, ma'am. Coming to the last question, any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yes. Normally, the preaching or the teaching, sometimes they don't work because the students are got to get bored. But as I told you, I know the things that the students do, or I know how they feel because I am myself a student. So I will say that the students have to be very proactive, not reactive. If somebody tells something and we do something, it's not going to be the most important thing that you do in life. You have to be proactive. See, we are talking about a pandemic here, and we take an excuse of a corona pass, or you are sitting at home, or you can't do anything. Then that's the different story altogether. I don't think so. After 10 years, just imagine if you have a tsunami or if you have an earthquake or a pandemic, nobody remembers. The placement is given to a student who has got 90%. That's it. And you are into that bracket, that's all. So nobody will remember, nobody will sympathize. The sympathy is only for 1 or 2 years. And the next government comes and says, I don't have to do anything with the government, just taken the decision previously during the pandemic. So this is all common. So what is going to be there forever is that only your profile, your caliber, your capability, your entire skill set or your competency or the competence levels which you are going to develop, and a very positive attitude. Yes, I am going to actually put forward. Everybody has got weaknesses. Everybody has got some kind of limitations, including me or you or anyone. But then we have our own unique talents. Start developing them and start progressively thinking about all these things. So nobody is going to stop. The world is not going to stop. And we have seen that the pandemic has only given increased opportunities to work online. All housewives started becoming YouTube stars. And then all the children have started becoming, very talkative on the digital platforms. So we have become much more active during this time. So be proactive. Think about what you can do. And you need not go and beg for the jobs. Jobs should come to your doorstep. People should come after you to give you a job. That should be your profile. That is what I think. See, even as a placement trainer or a teacher also, I always used to tell, I am fed up with placement or for the interview. Please don't go to the interview to give the interview. Go to the interview to ask questions. What is the profile you're going to work with? That should be the credibility of the student with the academic scores or the multitasking or the certification, so that you very confidently go and attend any entrepreneurship interview or maybe the future studies activity, because it is not that what somebody else is going to assess you. It is what you want yourself in life. So that is something which is very important. So I am very sure that younger generation are much more active. They're fantastic and they're very good. I say that it is really important that they have to not impress people, but they have to prove themselves. So they have to prove in this world that they are the best means that should be always there. So they are the competition themselves, always upgrade themselves. So there is no stopping any child here. Everybody is good. Everybody is special. Just come out of this. I'm working. I'm not even one single day I've stopped working or coming to the college even during the pandemic. We were working offline for several activities and nothing is going to happen. See, courage is something that you should have in mind, heart, and your soul, and it's really going to help you. The preparedness that you have, when you're prepared, you're confident. When you're confident, the courage automatically comes. That is what I believe in. I feel that the youngsters are absolutely good and they're very, very, very powerful, stronger than maybe our generation. But then they need to identify, recognize, realize their potential. That is what I preferably think. And that is what, it's not a suggestion. I just say explore all your capability and capacity. And I think you can see wonders happening to your life. So that's what my wish. And I say that God bless all of us.
That's great, ma'am. Really, we are blessed to have your interaction with the Collegedunia.